At the beginning of the movie, we see a man named Tim working on his computer. His friends are with him, and they all seem focused on their tasks. But suddenly, Tim's internet connection goes down, and he can't communicate with the others. This technical issue upsets the whole team. While dealing with this problem, Tim starts thinking about his girlfriend, Olivia, who had a miscarriage a few months ago. That painful memory still affects both of them deeply. The team remains worried not only because of the technical issue, but also because of Tim's emotional state. Soon, Olivia arrives and takes Tim downstairs. We learn that they're living in a building under renovation, and the building is owned by someone who works for a man named Friedman. Around the same time, there's news of a fire in a place called Harbor, which is several kilometers away. Olivia then tells Tim that she wants to go to Paris with him and start a new life. She feels their relationship is falling apart and thinks moving away might help them reconnect, but Tim refuses. He wants to stay because his team is here, and they work together on gaming projects. He doesn't want to leave everything behind. Neither of them knows what is about to happen. Later that night, they return home and go to bed. In the middle of the night, Olivia wakes up and tells Tim she can't stay with him anymore. She says she's leaving for Paris alone because she believes Tim will never change and doesn't truly care about her. But when she opens the front door, she finds a solid black wall blocking the way. The wall looks like it wasn't there before, and now covers the entire entrance. Olivia thinks Tim and his team might have put it there to stop her from leaving. She begs them to take it down, but Tim insists he has nothing to do with it. They check the other doors and windows, but the same black wall surrounds them everywhere. It's like the entire apartment is sealed off. They think maybe it's part of the renovation work, but it seems impossible to build something so strong and massive in just one night. Now nothing is working, not their phones, not the Wi-Fi. It becomes clear that they're completely trapped. They try using a drill machine to break through the wall, but it's way too strong and doesn't break at all. Then they hear voices from their neighbors, so they drill a hole into the wall and reach the apartment of Marvin and Leah. These neighbors are also trapped, but Marvin and Leah are in bad shape. They're drug addicts, and Marvin is not in control. He even attacks Tim in a drug-fueled rage. To stay safe, Tim ties Marvin's hands and feet so he can't harm anyone. Now desperate, Tim grabs an axe just in case they need it later for protection. Olivia, feeling trapped and angry, blames Tim. She says if he had agreed to go to Paris, they wouldn't be in this horrible situation now. She accuses him of caring more about video games than their relationship. Then they come up with a new idea. They start placing keys and metal objects on the wall and realize the wall is magnetic. Some parts of the wall have a stronger pull than others, but suddenly the wall throws the keys back and one of them hits Tim, injuring him. Olivia helps him recover, but now they're running out of food and water, and panic starts to build. Then Olivia comes up with a bold plan. She says they need to escape through the floors. First, they'll break the floor of their current apartment, then the one below, and keep going until they reach the basement. She believes there's a tunnel down there that might lead outside. They begin breaking the floor and eventually make it to a lower apartment. There they meet a man named Oswald who is holding a gun. He's an older man living with his daughter. At first he thinks they've come to steal food, but when they explain their situation, he understands and agrees to help. Oswald's daughter, Anna, speaks with Olivia and opens up emotionally. She says she had a girlfriend once and wishes she were with her now. It's clear that many people in the building are dealing with personal pain and trauma. While exploring further, they discover hidden cameras inside the sprinklers. This makes them suspect someone might be watching them or controlling the situation. They believe the building's owner, Friedman, could be behind it. Since his apartment is nearby, they decide to break in. Inside, they don't find anyone at first, but then they discover Friedman's dead body lying there. His hands have been cut off, and no one knows why. It's a terrifying sight. It shows that something far bigger and more dangerous is going on, something they don't understand yet. Tim finds Friedman's phone and sees a photo of the black wall on it, but there's no other useful information, so they continue breaking through the floor and reach another apartment. This one is occupied by a man named Yuri. He asks what they're doing, and they explain their plan to break through the floors until they reach the basement tunnel, but Yuri says there is no way out. He also tells them about a boy named Anton who lives with him. Anton hasn't woken up since last night, and Yuri isn't sure if he's alive or unconscious. Yuri warns them not to break the wall. He believes the outside world is filled with poisonous gas, and the wall is actually protecting them from it. According to him, trying to escape might be more dangerous than staying trapped. In the basement, Anna finds a few papers with strange numbers written by Anton, but Yuri quickly takes them away. Still determined, the group breaks through another floor and finally reaches the basement. Once there, they run toward a tunnel and find a door at the end. They manage to break it open, hoping for freedom, but as the door opens, they find yet another black wall behind it. There is still no way out. Everyone feels hopeless. Marvin becomes furious. In the chaos, someone snatches Oswald's gun and fires at the wall, but just like before, the wall reflects anything thrown at it. The bullets bounce back, and one hits Oswald, killing him instantly. Anna blames Marvin for the death and tells him she'll never forgive him. The group sits down, heartbroken and confused. They can't understand why this is happening. Leah suggests that maybe they all went through something painful, and that's why they're trapped here. She and Marvin barely survived a near-death experience. Anna says she lost her girlfriend. Olivia adds that she and Tim lost their child. Tim tells Olivia not to share such personal things in front of everyone. This leads to an argument. We learn that when Olivia had her miscarriage, Tim was emotionally distant and stopped communicating. Their relationship became cold, but now, Tim wants to make things right. He apologizes to Olivia and tells her he wants a fresh start if they ever escape. Anna remembers the notes she found in Anton's room and says they should check them again. Yuri insists there's nothing important in them, claiming he already read them, but the group decides to check anyway. They find a tile pattern hidden behind the wall. Inside, they find Anton's broken laptop and phone. Yuri explains that Anton became frustrated when he couldn't find a way to open the wall, so he destroyed them and discover a locked door that needs a remote password. Since Tim is a gamer, he manages to crack the password. Door Tim opened leads to a secret room with computers and CCTV footage. They realize Anton had been spying on all the residents. Watching the footage, they see that the mysterious wall appeared suddenly in the middle of the night, almost like magic. Anna keeps studying Anton's papers and finds a code, but she doesn't know what it's for. She also notices strange marks on Anton's neck and realizes he was strangled. Before she can warn the others, Yuri suddenly attacks Anna. Marvin tries to help, while Tim, Olivia, and Leah are watching more CCTV footage. They discover the video of Yuri killing Anton after he tried to escape. They rush to stop Yuri. Marvin fights him, and the group manages to tie Yuri up. Sadly, they find out that Anna is dead, killed by Yuri. This confirms that Yuri knows something important. He kills anyone who gets close to unlocking the wall. First Anton, now Anna. The group finds Anton's company ID card and learns he worked for a company in Harbor, the same place where the fire broke out earlier. Furious, they beat Yuri and demand answers, but Yuri just laughs. He keeps saying, "The wall is here to protect us," and refuses to explain anything else. With no answers from Yuri, they continue watching old CCTV footage. They see Anton working on his laptop, trying to crack the wall code. Tim and Olivia connect Anton's broken phone to their computer and copy the program that Anton was using. Once they run the program on their own phone, the camera turns on. They point it at the wall and see 4 glowing boxes. When they press them, the camera's flashlight blinks. They realize the flashing pattern may be the key to unlocking the wall, but they don't know the exact sequence yet. Leah decides to test it. She puts her hand through the wall and says it feels hot, but she senses something. Suddenly, she gets pulled into the wall. The group tries to pull her out, but she won't come. The wall begins to close and it crushes Leah to death. Yuri laughs again. Marvin, now filled with rage over Leah's death, shoots Yuri several times, then kills himself. Now, only Tim and Olivia are left. They sit quietly, thinking about the past and how happy they used to be. Tim finally apologizes to Olivia sincerely for the first time. Olivia forgives him and hugs him. Once again, they scan the wall. The 4 boxes appear, and the camera flashes in different patterns. 4 times, 6 times, and so on. They don't know what it means, so they return to the CCTV footage. They find footage of Anton pressing buttons. They count the flashes on each button, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Using the same pattern, they try pressing the buttons in order. Just as they are about to open the wall, Yuri comes back and attacks them. A brutal fight breaks out. Yuri throws them both into the basement. Tim gives Olivia the phone and tells her to open the wall. She presses the buttons in the same sequence Anton used. The wall begins to open like a portal. Yuri grabs Tim, trying to kill him, but Olivia hits Yuri from behind, knocking him out with a metal tool. Tim is safe. The two of them finally escape through the basement. As they walk outside, they are blinded by the sunlight. They realize they are free at last, but as they look around, they see that the entire city is covered in the same black wall, just like their building. Only Tim and Olivia have made it out. They spot their car, the one Olivia recently bought, and get in. They drive forward, hoping that someone else might still be alive out there. In the distance, they see helicopters fighting a fire in harbor. This means humanity is still out there. Someone survived.